Okay, guys. I know it's been a minute since I have been on live, but I promise I am coming back this upcoming week. We got a lot to do, fam. Okay? So let's go ahead and get into this. All right, so I used uprights and crossbars that I would normally use for fabric draping to create this 8 foot by 8 foot wall. And as you see, I used two 60 Qs to tie from one upright to another upright to help kind of, twist my balloons onto it. But to be honest with you guys, next time I do this wall, I'm not going from top to bottom. We're not doing that. We're going to go side to side next time, and I'm going to start from the crossbar, okay? And I've seen people where they don't even use the crossbar, but we decided to. I just wanted more structure. But yeah, fam, we're not doing it like that. We're not doing any of the things like this again. But this was actually my first time making a balloon wall like this. And look at how I'm putting this one up. I didn't even pay attention to see where one end was. I just started putting it up. But baby, once I realized what I did, I said, oh, we're not taking it loose. We're going to go ahead and just go across on the crossbar, baby. That's how we're going to do it, because ain't nobody got a time. Not me. Nope. No, sir. No, ma'am. No ham and no turkey. So, as you see, I'm just adding the balloon garland on to the upright of my pipe system. And I'm just going to continue to do this. So just watch me work, fam. Just watch me work. I did find myself not using the 260 Qs as much that I had across. I just wind up twisting them onto it. I like doing that. To me, it's more secure when you do that. And I also think next time around, I won't use the 260s. I would want it thicker, so I would use the 350 Qs. 350 Qs. A 350 Q is if you inflate one of those long skinny balloons. If you inflate it, it will be 3 inches wide and 50 inches long. So that's why it's called a 350 Q. And the Q stands for Qualatex because, baby, y'all already know that's my #1 brand. Okay, guys. I had to pretty much finish this up. I'm sorry with the problems with the audio. I'm just trying to get this YouTube situation together. All right, so you guys saw me put the base of the wall together. Now I'm using half of 260 Qs to attach to the tail of these alligator skin orb balloons that is made from anagram. And I'm just using the 260 Qs and I'm tying it into the wall. And so I'm just going to continue doing that. And just looking to see where the gaps are that's in the wall and filling it in with the foil balloons. If you notice, when I was done with the base of the balloon wall, I did have gaps, but I wasn't too concerned with it because I knew I was adding stuff to it and could cover it up. So here I'm using U-glue dashes. That is what it's called, U-glue dashes. And you can get it from Lauderdale Paper Balloons. That is my main supplier. That is where I get all of my balloons from for the most part. Some of them, like the alligator skin orbs, is not where I got those from. I don't remember where I actually got those from, but you can just do a Google search and type in alligator skin orbs. But I'm using U-glue dashes, and what I do is first, before putting any adhesive, any of the U-glue dashes onto the foil balloon or the balloon itself, I hold it up to see what balloons is actually touching. So I hold the foil balloon up to the wall and I pay attention to the latex balloons that it's making contact with, and then I actually put the U-glue dashes on the latex balloons and not the foil balloons. I guess it doesn't matter, guys. It really doesn't, but it just works out easy for me. Once I look to see where it's touching, that I go ahead and just put a U-glue dash on it. And because these foil balloons are 3 feet across, I had to use several of them to keep them in place. Several. So there's 3 that I'm going to be adding to this particular wall. And normally I like to work in odd numbers, and that just seemed to work out pretty good for me. So like I said, me just making sure that I have plenty of U-glue dashes on here, because I know this wall needed to be up for a couple of weeks. And yes, it will last for a couple of weeks. I actually could have inflated these balloons like a week before they needed it. I wound up inflating maybe just a couple of days before. But sometimes if I'm really busy, depending on my schedule, I will actually start inflating air-filled balloons a week before needed. And they will still remain shiny and all of the things, because I keep them in a room where there is no direct sunlight. And I don't even bag them. But if you're working from home, you know, you might want to go ahead and put them in delivery bags or dark garbage bags. But the dark garbage bags actually doesn't hold a whole lot because it's not as wide. But some people do. So I'm just trying to attach my last football to the wall. And now I'm just going to start adding the smaller foil balloons that actually match that. So these are 18 inches. And so I will take an adhesive, I keep saying adhesive, but a U-glue dash, and make sure that I make the tail of the foil balloons to go behind it. I would attach it so the tail would adhere to the back of it. Guys, definitely pay attention when you are using foil balloons and you're doing it like this. Foil balloons usually have a barcode on one side. Make sure that you're using the side that does not have the barcode, because you don't want that in pictures. It's not a cute look. So guys, this is pretty much my process. When you're doing a balloon wall and you're adding foils to it, I know you saw me decide to use the alligator skin orbs, but it's good to use the biggest foils first. Position those first. So now I'm showing you the balloon garlands that I made out of 5-inch balloon, and this is called Spring Green. And I attached a half of a 260Q to the end of the garland, and the same thing with the other end, and that's how I am attaching it to the wall. So some people, I noticed they call it balloon ropes, but I mean basically it's balloon garlands. It's clusters of 4 or 5-inch balloons sized down. And so what I love about these balloon ropes is that it helps to create movement. And what I mean by that, when people look at this wall, because I'm able to have more control of the direction that these ropes are going in, I can, you know, curve them, you know, come from one end and curve and go another direction. And it just helps to allow the eyes to move throughout this design. And I love it. I love how this is turning out. Now I will tell you this. Once I was completed with this particular balloon wall, I sent a picture of it to my client. Well, because, you know, we're competitive, you know, University of Florida, it was really too close to Miami's colors, which is orange and green. So my client wanted me to take the green out. So just want to let you know that this was not actually the finished product. It would have been great if I would have had white, but I didn't. And I decided to use the green balloons because the gator head is green. And I just wanted a pop of color just to make it different and to break up all the orange and blue. But like I said, you know, when you're dealing with sports and competition, it's a no-go. So this is just me adding 18-inch gator foil balloons that I once again got from my supplier, Lauderdale Paper Balloons. They're located in Hollywood, Florida. I only ordered from them because I can get it the next day. And getting packages from them is like Christmas every day. So I'm just continuing to add the fun to this wall. So along with the bags of foil balloons that I bring, I also bring, additional 5-inch balloons, which is what I'm putting in. Just different shapes and sizes of balloons. It just adds so much interest. It adds texture, dimension, depth. I love it. And I love those right here. These are called taper balloons, which once again, you can get it from Lauderdale Paper. And they come, what I wound up doing was, once I inflated them, and I believe you do have to heat seal them. I don't think they're self-sealing, but they come in different sizes. They're called tapers, but this is the smallest size, and I decided to make clusters of them, group them together. And it just adds more interest to the wall. And I really enjoyed creating this. This was a lot of fun. This was a lot of fun. And my client absolutely loved it, besides the green. And then it's just pretty important once you're, while you're creating your work of art, that you step back and look at it from time to time. Okay, so here we go. This is the finished product. As you see, like I said, my client did not want the green, so I took that out. But look at how those ropes are. Thanks, guys, for joining me.